Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, viewers one and all. We are live here from the beautiful Thurstan cricket grounds. Today's matchup in the South Asian Lawyers T20 tournament is between the Lahore Lawyers and the Kolkata Tigers. Both teams with high cricketing pedigree. It's going to be an exciting matchup here today. In a short while, we are going to be moving towards the middle of the ground, where the host will be ready to have a word with the captains. All right, Navita, in a short while, we'll be going over to the pitch report. Over to you.
It's the all-important pitch for this crucial encounter between Lahore and Kolkata, which decides the lead of their particular group. This is a new stadium. We haven't played any matches on this stadium throughout this tournament so far. So this is a fresh surface we have. It looks quite a hard surface, flat hard surface. So we can expect a lot of runs on this wicket. The historically, of course, Thurstan ground has been has seen a lot of runs. We have seen scores in excess of 175 in almost all of the recent games that we have played. I think playing surface on this side is quite hard, so we can expect the ball to come on to the bat quite nicely. I don't expect the ball to take turn also on this side of the surface. If you can take the other side, we can move on to the other side. What I can see is a great degree of consistency between the two sides of the wicket. On this side also, it's unlikely that we'll have uneven bounce on the surface, so the batters can expect a field day. And I also expect the trend we have seen throughout the tournament, which is the captain winning the toss, opting to field first, to continue in this game also. So the captain winning the toss will likely field first, keep the opponents to a respectable score and try to chase it down. If you want my opinion on what a pass score on this pitch is going to be, with the ground conditions also, it will be something in excess of 160, in the region of 170. And 170 is a score that can be easily chaseable on this surface and the playing field.
So that was Bhuvanaga Basnayaka with the pitch report here at the Thurstan Cricket Ground. So according to him, this is a wicket where we can expect a lot of runs. It seems to be dry and tightly packed. There seems to be a smattering grass in the middle, giving the fast bowlers a bit of purchase here early in the morning. But there are quite a few dry patches, so the pitch will wear as the day goes on. And soon we will see what that gettable score looks like. But it's quite tightly packed here, and as Bhuvanaga said, out in the middle, this is a ground where we have seen a lot of runs. So the batsman who will be coming out to bat first, we'll see the ball coming on to bat quite nicely. So they'll be looking to capitalize on the run scoring opportunities available here today. It's quite warm, it's humid. There might be a swing available for the pacers here this morning. And in a short while, we will be moving on towards the toss.
Aibovan, Namaste, and a very fresh good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen present here, welcoming all of you to the South Asian Lawyers Tournament 2023. It's a bright sunny day here at the Thurstan College grounds, and we have Lahore and Kolkata who are going to be playing today's match right here, right now. So my name is Navyata Sagar, reporting live and loud, and now over to the toss ceremony. Okay, so Kolkata has won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. So let me tell you that both the teams are going to be qualified for the semis. The winner today will be topping the group and face the number 2 position with the other teams. So yes, firstly, let's have a quick chat with the captain. Firstly, a very hearty congratulations on winning the toss, and you have selected to field. So how do you think the pitch is going to be today?
It is slightly damp, and I think ball will grip in the morning, so I've decided that. And it is also better to have the board, better to have the score to chase. So it's a combination of both. Firstly, the wicket is a little bit soft, and secondly, we know the target, how much we'll have to chase.
So any particular number, the target you are expecting to be?
So we try to restrict them within, say, 135, 140. Otherwise, it will be very difficult knowing their bowling strength to chase over and above anything above 140.
Who are going to be the key bowlers from your team who are going to be nailing all the wickets down today?
We have got three good spinners, Ashutosh Tiwari, Aman Shastri and Rizvi Bhai. So we are over dependent upon our spinners. So I'm banking on them that they will restrict them within 130, 125.
All the very best and may the best team win. And coming to Lahore here, we have lost the toss, but we are going to be batting first. So who are all going to be the key players in your group who are going to be hitting all the sixes, all the fours?
Not all the 16 and 4. This slow outfield the boys will have to run hard for their runs. And I think we have a balanced batting side. And we are able to score a total of 150 or more on this pitch. It will be a little damp for the first few overs, but after that it is going to be a belter, it looks like. And to conclude, we do have a balanced bowling side, and inshallah we are going to win this. And it doesn't matter, we have lost the toss, we are going to win this match.
What are the insights taken from the previous matches you would want to be implementing in today's match?
Yesterday we scored just 190 runs, and winning from there, it was really a morale booster for our team, and we know that we have a very good fielding side as well, and plus our bowling is a little more better than the other teams. So we are confident enough that we can defend low totals, and if we ball first we can get the other teams at bay.
So what is the expected target you have in mind right now?
I think that on this pitch we will be scoring more than 150 runs, inshallah.
All the very best and may the best team win. So yes, we are going to be getting Lahore and Kolkata get started. So over to the commentator.
So that was Navada Sagar down in the middle with the two captains with the toss, and with the toss and the pitch report completed. Here are the results. Kolkata Tigers have won the toss, and they have elected to field first, which I tend to agree. If I was the skipper, I would make use of the ample support that the pitch is giving the fast bowlers early in the morning, try to rout the batsmen for a low score and get it over with quickly. But this is a Group B fixture in the league match portion of the tournament. Lahore Lawyers and Kolkata Tigers being the first and the second respectively. In the table, both teams with 2 wins each to their name. Neither have lost yet. But the Lahore Lawyers having a slightly higher net run rate of 1.648. So that will stand them in good stead.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting the Lahore and Kolkata game get started in just few minutes, but we have Ganguly from Kolkata here with us. A very fresh good morning, sir. It's indeed a quite bright sunny day here. And how does the pitch look for you today?
Looks like the players, the team which will be playing first, they will get some advantage in this pitch. And for chasing is concerned, there will be some difficulties for the opponent team.
What is the target you are looking out for? Like how much can we tackle them? Do you have any particular number in mind?
Within 110, 120.
What are the previous insights you have taken from the previous matches and what you can implement it in today's match and give all the players a quick tip or an advice? What would that be and why?
Be calm, play their own game and be victorious. After all, this is a game of Lahore and Kolkata. So, by no means it's between India and Pakistan. So, there is nothing like that, but we'll be playing the game of friendship over here.
So we both have qualified for the semis and it's a very crucial match for all of us. So both the team has to win to qualify for the next round. So is there any pressure building in or all the players are going to be easily playing it?
They will playing their own game and they will try their best.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir. And here we have Fazil from Lahore. So Fazil, yes, firstly the same question. We have qualified for the semis, so this is a very crucial match for us. We have to nail this. What are your inputs on this?
Well, like Kolkata and us both have won the 2 games, so I would say there is no pressure of either of the team because we both have qualified. It's just about finishing the pool on a high note. So this is what we are aiming for.
Looking at the pitch today, what do you think the target should be? How many runs are they going to be scoring?
Well, I think initially we set the target 140 and then we will, if the things go well, then we will take the things on from there.
Who are going to be the key players who are going to be creating their magic on the ground here today?
Well, as long as my side is concerned, I think we have a bunch of very good 11 players. Bowling unit has been superb. So it would be unjust to name one. Well, Shahid Nasir bowled really well yesterday, took 4 wickets. Our batsman from the top order, Vakas, he's been doing very well in the last 2 games. So that's what I need to say here.
In the first innings, in the first 10 overs, how many wickets are you aiming to be taking off?
Well, the plan is just to be disciplined with your batting. First 6 overs, 40-50 runs, and the all wickets are still in the bag. We would be happy to take them.
So wishing both the teams all the very best and may the best team win. And over to the commentator.
Thank you, Navita. Thank you, Navita. That was the 2 representatives from the 2 teams. Nothing but confidence from both sides there. Kolkata Tigers seem confident. Kolkata Tigers seem more than confident of their decision to field first. If I was a skipper, I would have gone with the same. It's a good toss to win here. Pitch giving plenty of service here for the fast bowlers. It's tightly packed. There's a grass covering there as well. So they'll be trying to rout the Lahore Lawyers and their batting advance. But it's a must-win fixture here for both teams. They need to win here to progress to the next round, the semi-finals of the tournament. But Lahore Lawyers and Kolkata Tigers are both teams with very high cricketing pedigree here. Both teams eking out hard-fought victories at the BRC grounds. And we are moments away from the match fix starting. Here we can see the Lahore Lawyers batsmen practicing. So they'll be looking to replicate those shots out there on the wicket. Yeah, the ball coming onto the bat. They'll be practicing that sort of maneuvers, and here we see the Kolkata Tigers practicing the fielding maneuvers and bowling. Both sides are warming up for this very important fixture. And here we see the beautiful Colombo skyline, and Beyond it, the squad of the Kolkata Tigers and the Lahore Lawyers, Vijay K.M. Singh, Akash Ganguly, Amar Shastri, Jitrendra Tripathi, Mohan Sahu, Nadeem Khan, Nazir Ali, Shakib Ahmed, Shibasis Barmi and Syed Rizvi will be represented in the Kolkata Tigers out in the field today. And Lahore Lawyers will be represented by Safdar Ali, Hamza Sheikh, Irshad Naveed, Kashif Sohail, all experienced batsmen who know the conditions here. Mohammad Fazil, Mohammad Waqas, Muzaffar Hussain, Shahid Nazir, Umar Goraya, Uzman Chima, Zohaib Hassan and Sukran Chopra will consist the rest of the team. So they are experienced here. They've gone through 2 hard-fought fixtures here. It's going to be warm, humid. They know the conditions here. And here are the umpires walking towards the field. So they'll be looking to get the proceedings underway. Said to be a good day of cricket here at the Thurstan cricket grounds. Yeah, so this ground owned by Thurstan College in Colombo, a bastion of school cricket here. Of course, cricket in Sri Lanka is ingrained into the culture here. A lot of grounds within the Colombo city limits. The Thurstan cricket ground being one of them. Of course, this is a ground that has seen a lot of cricket, a lot of school cricket. So professional cricket here is a caliber above what we are usually used to here at these grounds. But nevertheless, it's a ground fit for an international fixture such as this. Yeah, wicket is of high pedigree here. The umpires checking the pitch, getting everything in order. Yeah, there's a lot of grass covering the wicket, and here we see the Kolkata Tigers getting ready for their fielding effort. Yeah, they might be looking to get the Lahore Lawyers out quickly. That's the spirit. And these 11 players will be walking towards the field, looking to halt the Lahore Lawyers' advance to the semi-finals and get their spot instead. They'll be looking to employ their fast bowling a lot today, especially in the earlier overs before the pitch breaks down too much. The 2 batsmen, Muzaffar and Waqas, are experienced. They're good openers here, so the ball will come onto the bat often. So they need to pick the gaps and score relatively soon. Muzaffar Hussain and Mohammad Waqas, the 2 openers, both very experienced here. They'll be looking to replicate the train of success here. Nothing much to think. Just go out there and perform. Yeah, the Kolkata Tigers need to be lithe. Get their stretching ready, because it's going to be a mammoth fielding effort here today. Yeah, marking out the crease. Shakib Ahmed is the opening bowler. He'll be looking to replicate his tight form in the earlier fixtures at the BRC grounds and at the Coles Cricket Ground. Possessing explosive pace, this pitch will assist the pacers highly. Mohammad Waqas, the opener, 3 matches old, scoring 79 runs with a high score of 44 not out, average of 79 with a strike rate of 103. Average is high, so it will be a slow burner here. Might be looking to score a bit faster than his record show. And this is the other opener. Muzafir Hussain, the right-hand batsman, at the other end. 3 matches old again, scoring only 2 runs here with an average of 2 and a strike rate of 33. So not indicative of his talents as an opener. He'll be looking to make a better case for himself here at the Thurstan grounds, and yeah, the pitch will be offering a lot of assistance to the batsman as well. The ball will be coming onto the bat relatively quickly. Alright, so we have movements here from the first delivery of the day. Both teams will be looking to set the tone here. We'll see who comes out on top. The fielders at fine leg. Third man move into a finer position just behind the batsman, and it slips in place. That's a wide delivery. Not really the delivery the Kolkata Tigers would be looking to deliver as the first salvo. We've yet to see the first legal delivery here. Yeah, they need to be tight. Yeah, that's wide again. There's a lot of swing there, moving away from the batsman. Yeah, he might be looking to fix his line here. A better idea might be to bowl wicket to wicket, because there's a lot of outswing there. The batsman will have to play at that sort of delivery. Again, wrong line there. Yeah, that's a lot of outswing available. Yeah, skids past the grass there. Yeah, that's a better line there. But that's still a wide. And seems to be a no ball. Yeah, off to a bad start here. Kolkata Tigers not really setting the proper tone here. 3 wides and a no ball. Lahore Lawyers are getting 4 freebies early in the morning here, and we've yet to see the first legal delivery. That's much better. And they score their first runs. Yeah, that's well struck by the batsman. Yeah, Shakib here has got his work cut out for him. He needs to figure out his line and length soon. That's a wide ball again. Yeah, dire straits here for the Kolkata Tigers here. Yeah, there's a lot of outswing here available for the bowlers, so might have to think about coming around the wicket, possibly. Get the line tighter. Yeah, that's well struck. That's good running there. Finds the middle of the bat. Yeah, the batsmen need to be aware that there's a lot of swing available here for the bowlers, so they need to play for the swing, but they need to be careful about the one that comes in. Swing and a miss. That's good bounce on it as well. Yeah, but it's a sunny day here. Again, seems to be wide here. Yeah, it's a fast bowler's pitch here to be sure, but too much of a good thing can be bad, as Shakib here is finding out. Yeah, that's a much better line. Glances it down the leg. Collected by mid-on. Yeah, 9 runs already for just 3 legal deliveries. Kolkata Tigers will want to put the pressure back on the Lahore Lawyers. That's well struck. Mid-wicket races for the ball, but that's good running with the Lahore Lawyers. It's going to be a long affair here today. Temperature is going to be really high, so it's going to be a test of patience. It's going to be a test of resilience here. So the loose deliveries won't help at all. Yeah, better there. Connects with the ball well. And that's the first boundary. That's a beautiful cover drive. Picks the gap eloquently. And that's the first boundary of the day. Yeah, swings with the delivery as well. There's a lot of humidity on the ball. Batsman finds the swing perfectly. Just for the 20 minutes or so. Yeah. Is everything good? Yeah. Yeah, the bowler needs to find a better length and better line there. It takes the outside edge.
You do the main commentary.
Yeah, joining us for the second over here is Bonaka Basnayaka, one of the former captains of the Colombo team. So it's good to have you for the Sri Lanka Lawyers team. So it's good to have you here with us. It's a lovely morning here at the Thurstan Cricket Grounds. What are your thoughts?
Good morning, Arvind. So essentially, as I said in the pitch report, the pitch looks a belter. The Thurstan pitch has always been full of runs. The outfield seems to be a little sluggish, but it will pick up with the scorch of a day that we are having here right now.
Yeah, it's a belter. This ground has seen a lot of runs as well, mainly used for the school cricket scene, but
not only school cricket now, we have been playing here regularly. We have a tournament called the Professionals Cricket League, where the doctors, lawyers, architects, engineers, aviators and town planners have been playing.
yeah, that's wide again, but well fielded.
Yes, it's a novel tournament which we have been playing for the last 9 years, 8 years actually. There had been 7 editions so far.
So quite established.
It is established and it's gathering momentum also. There's a lot of interest being garnered by that particular tournament around the island. So quite a lot of matches in that tournament had been played on this ground, and almost all the games have been very high scoring. I remember one game between the engineers and I think the architects. So yeah, Um, both teams scored in excess of 200 in that game,
Definitely.
which was in last year.
So do you think that president played a role in the toss decision made today? Yeah, that's well middled.
Well, yeah, I think the trend during this tournament also has been for the captains to win the toss and field first. I think there is a perception that it's very difficult to set scores, given the nature of the conditions, and also given the fact that it's unlikely that this pitch will crumble as the game goes through. So therefore, the desire to field first and see and try to contain the other team to a pass score is what all captains have been looking out for during this tournament.
Yeah, so that decision is not out of the blue, definitely. That's skied. Yes! Textbook catch. Yeah, that's a soft dismissal there. Slower delivery. And the Kolkata Tigers have their first wicket.
I think probably a bit of moisture is still acting up. Yeah, I believe he should have played a horizontal back shot without trying to
Hit over the
straight.
fielder. Yeah.
Hit straight.
Yeah, definitely, there's a bit of swing early in the morning here as well. Shakib found it difficult to negotiate that amount of outswing, but Kolkata Tigers seeming to find their groove here finally.
I think the first over there were a lot of extras. He was struggling to control the swing,
Definitely.
and we hardly see any breeze also.
Yeah, it's stiff air here, and it's going to be humid as well. So a lot of moisture, definitely, a lot of humidity still. So it's going to be a lot of purchase here for the fast bowlers. They'll be looking to utilize the slower ball there as well.
Playing conditions are quite extreme, especially for the Lahore boys. Now they had a chat with me in the morning, saying that the temperature in Lahore at this time of the year is something like 25 degrees.
Yeah.
And humidity levels in Colombo can be quite extreme for teams who are coming from Pakistan.
Yeah, especially in the months of March and April. Temperatures so here. Only to cool down considerably in the evenings. So quite difficult for us Sri Lankans as well.
Yeah, if it is difficult for us, of course, we can imagine how they are feeling right now.
Definitely, it's going to be tough going here. The new batsman on the crease, Zohaib Hassan, left-hander. 3 matches, played just 1 innings, scoring just 6, so nothing to write home about. But here's an opportunity for him to make a better account of himself. Projected score not looking too bad there, but let's see if that trend persists past the power play there.
This Lahore team has a lot of class, lot of experience. If I could name a few players who have played a lot of Lawyers Cricket World Cups, certainly Kashif Sohail has been a star in the Lawyers Cricket arena. So a lot of players in the Lahore team have been representatives of the Pakistani Lawyers Cricket team, who took part in previous World Cups. They were champions in 2013 when the World Cup was held in Delhi. They beat India in the finals. If I'm not mistaken, Kashif was one of the highest scorers in the tournament, if not the highest scorer.
So yeah, the Lahore Lawyers definitely have a lot of batting pedigree to them, and they need to deliver on that promise here, because it's a pitch where a lot of runs can be scored. The ball comes onto the bat quite quickly, so pick the gaps perfectly. It's going to be a very high score here. 160-ish.
I believe they'll score in excess of 170. That is my gut feel. In excess, not less. Definitely they'll score more than 170 is my expectation given the pitch condition and the class that the Lahore batting lineup is having.
Yeah, speaking of class, what a shot that was. Beaten past the covers. Races off to the boundary. Yeah, bit sluggish there out in the outfield, but given the speed of the ball, easily mitigated. Lahore is moving up to 24 runs. Yeah, moves back into the batsman. Something we saw throughout the tournament was that fielding has been the hero ingredient in all of the fixtures.
I think the match between Lahore and Bangalore was utmost example of that days that fielding catches win matches.
Definitely.
There were quite a number of brilliant catches taken by Lahore. I don't think they even dropped a single catch.
Yeah, so definitely the Kolkata Tigers will be looking to take a page out of the Lahore Lawyers fielding playbook, because as you said, Bonagar, catches win matches. It's a tried and true idiom, and it holds true to this day, even in the shortest format, because especially in the shortest format, because every run counts, every wicket counts. It is well managed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Mohammad Wakas is one of the new boys in the lawyers cricket arena. If I'm not mistaken, this is his first major lawyers cricket tournament. He showed a lot of composure yesterday also on that Cole's wicket, which was not very easy to bat on. It was two-paced
Definitely.
with a bit of spongy bounce. But his 30 odd proved to be the winner yesterday, because it was a low scoring game. Lahore scored only 117 and they fought extremely hard, took all their catches, bowled consistent lines and lengths to contain the very strong Bangalore team, to very strong Bangalore batting lineup, I would say, to 94 and secure their place in the semi-finals.
Yeah, in that context, you can see how Waka's composure and 30 odd score really came clutch there. They'll need that here.
Because he seems to be a batsman who's technically correct.
Definitely. No flashy shots.
No flashy shots, and
Yes.
Yeah, that's beaten the bowler of the tournament here is that teams who have committed to good communication between the two batsmen and good running have mostly won the innings there. And at the end of the third over, Lahore Lawyers are 29 for 1. Yeah, that's a leg sweep there. Races off to the boundary. Good shot there. Well negotiated. Zohaib Hassan is the new batsman on the crease. Yeah, set the tone there. Good pass covers there. Another boundary.
it looks like Sohaib is quite an enterprising player with shots all around the wicket.
Yes, rotates the strike extremely well. And he doesn't try to pull shots out of thin air either. He takes the delivery as is and exploits the field.
I think he's quite a busy player.
Definitely.
He doesn't play dot balls. That's what I have seen in his very brief stay at the wicket. And he has shots. He is quite positive. Doesn't get bogged down, which is quite important in a T20 encounter where you just have 120 balls.
Definitely.
And you need to capitalize on each scoring opportunity.
And especially for batsmen in the top order, I think even more so than the average, I think the strike rate plays a big role in the shortest format of the game. You have to score in excess of about 150, 160. Put in the hard yards. Yeah, that's beaten the fielder again, races off to the boundary line. Yeah, good effort there by the fielder, but comes back for 2.
I think you will see with this heat and the humidity levels, running between the wickets will get increasingly slower as the game goes on.
Definitely, it's a game of attrition here,
Yeah.
especially in Colombo. With the temperature beating down on them, it'll be hard on both sides.
Batters will have to be hydrated. That applies to fielders also, because we saw yesterday that quite a few batsmen who played longer knocks were cramping up.
Definitely, that
That trend we are likely to see
continue throughout the
today,
tournament.
especially today, because it's extremely hot at the Thurstan College grounds today.
Yeah, and no cloud cover either. Very little breeze. It's going to test the batsmen. It's going to test the fielders. Cricket is more often than not a mind game, so they have to test their resolve here. It's taken the
They have just beefed up the the field in the offside. Now they have a fine point. They have a very straightish cover point. And there's another field just to the left of extra cover.
seems to be futile there.
Yeah, I think that was a bad ball because he has a strong offside field. So he should have stuck to an offside line.
Definitely, I think this is where a lot of teams have gone wrong in the edition, especially. Yeah, we'll be going to commercial. Alright, so moving on to the latter end of the power play. So, Bhunaka, what can you tell me about the new bowler on the crease? Seems composed here.
Yeah, the new bowler is a left-arm spinner. His name is Ashutosh Tiwari. So Ashutosh has played 3 Lawyers World Cups. I should say 4 Lawyers World Cups. His debut was in 2013.
So he's an experienced campaigner.
He played in 2017 and he played in 2019 also. So 2013 India were the runners-up. They lost to Pakistan in the final. 2015 again they lost to Pakistan in the final. And Ashutosh was a key feature of the team, of those 2 Indian teams which got to the final.
That's really good running. Miscommunication there.
Then in the 2017 World Cup, which was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka, he was the highest wicket taker. He got 17 wickets.
Right.
And was judged the player of the tournament also. Best bowler of the tournament and player of the tournament.
So play of high pedigree here. He'll be looking to deliver on his promise.
Yeah, his key attributes are, I should say, he doesn't turn the ball that much.
Right.
But he's very consistent with his lines and lengths. and varies his pace, which is essential for a spinner.
Definitely.
If I can point out examples to you, Daniel Vittori.
Hmm.
Daniel Vittori was someone who doesn't turn the ball. He didn't.
Yeah.
He was someone who didn't turn the ball that much, but he was quite subtle with his lines and lengths and also pace. He varied the pace really nicely.
Yeah, really good ball control there.
That's right. So those are attributes that I see in Ashutosh. He bowls a little slower than Vittori.
Hmm.
He has an arm ball also. I have batted against him in the 2015 and the 2017 World Cups. 2017 and 2019 World Cups, and I found him quite challenging to face because of his subtle control in speed and lines and lengths.
Yeah, nothing flashy about the bowler, but I think that's the dangerous component of his game here. He's subtle, but he's well controlled. He keeps to a consistent line and length, and he's able to control it on the go. Yeah, scoring seems to have dried up here, and Tiwari seems to be managing the batsman really well. I think the Kolkata Tigers might be looking here to get a few cheap overs from Tiwari.
As well as cheap overs, Avin, I think it will be very difficult to contain the Lahore batting lineup on this batting surface. So I guess in addition to containing the batsmen, they would look to Ashutosh to provide the much needed breakthroughs. We don't have to go so far, too far, because 2 days back when Kolkata played against Bangalore, in an extremely crucial encounter, because this group I can consider as a group of death.
Definitely.
With strong teams like Kolkata, Lahore and Bangalore vying against each other. When Bangalore was cruising along, I think they had to score just 40 odd in 38 or 39 balls. Ashutosh came on and just changed the game. He took 2 wickets in 1 over.
So 5 overs down. Lahore 46 for 1. Yeah, here we are for the final over of the power play. It's good running there. Yeah, you need to be proactive in the field here, especially when pitch is giving everything to the way of the batsman. You need to support your bowlers there. I think that's very crucial.
नहीं ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है नहीं ठीक है अशोक नहीं नहीं सर
The plenty rule of 18, 35 minutes.
वो चेक कर रहा हूँ
Let's guide again. fielder made a lot of ground there. Yeah, I feel like mid-off could have made that run and call for the ball there. Yeah, it was going to fall in no man's land there. Yeah, both fielders retreating into the deep now. Yeah, Kolkata doing a bit of containment here. Scoring seems to have dried up a lot. But Lahore Lawyers still cruising at around 8 runs per over. Projected score of 175. Seems gettable given their batting pedigree. That's beaten off the leg. That's really good fielding. But a sneaky run there as well.
नहीं बंद दियो छोड़ थले छोटा आया ले
That connects well with the bat. And that's a boundary. Straight down the ground. Yeah, gets slow. And we were just talking about how good the rotator of the strike is earlier. He's got long arms as well. Packs a lot of power. Completely against the passage of play. Yeah, muted celebration there from Syed. Yeah, I feel like that was unnecessary, that shot. Definitely. Yeah. And you can see that the batsman was defending his leg stump as well, so he knew the general gist of the ball, but it still deceived him. So Rizvi doing everything right here. Lahore Lawyers are 53 and 2 down. Yeah, the power play is done now.
I don't think Kolkata will be too unhappy with the proceedings in the power play. At the rate Lahore was going in the first 4 overs, they were 42 for no loss. 42 for 1. 42 for no loss.
Kolkata made quick inroads here. Both off of really good deliveries by the spinners.
New batsman is Mohammad Fasil. Avin, I'll have to give a bit of context into Mohammad Fasil. He's a very experienced batsman and a very classy, absolutely classy batsman.
Yeah, plays at it late.
My mind goes back to the Lawyers Cricket World Cup in Brisbane in 2015-2016. Final was between Pakistan and India. India got out to a very modest score, 130 odd.
Right.
Pakistan was struggling. They lost the first 4 wickets for I think 40 odd. But Mohammad Fasil spearheaded that chase, scored 60 or 70 runs. And they eventually chased down the target with 7 wickets down. And they became the world champs for the second consecutive time. So there's a lot of class with Mohammad Fasil. You will see he will have a lot of time in his hands when he times the ball. He's good against pace, good against spin.
And he plays the ball late as well.
Very late.
Reads it. Yeah, but beats the batsman there. Yeah, the new batsman Mohammad Fazil at a strike rate of 50. So bit modest here. Not speaking to his pedigree as a batsman here. And beats it towards leg.
Thank you.
Is it online umpire?
I think Lahore will just bide their time against Tiwari.
Yeah, they'll be looking to wait him out.
Yeah, they will identify him as a threat, given his pedigree and also his experience
Definitely.
and his skills. So I think they will look to play sedate against him, take their time against him, and target other bowlers. Because it's important, even though 2020 cricket is all crash and bang, it's also important that you
To know
keep
who
your
to go
wickets,
up against.
and also you keep your wickets
Definitely.
for a final push in the last 5 to 6 overs.
Definitely.
Because most teams do the mistake of overestimating their target, going hard at the beginning and then losing their way before the final push comes along.
7 overs down, Lahore Lawyers are 56 for 2.
एक है
Long on collects the ball there.
करेक्ट यानी कोई नहीं मूवमेंट नहीं है ऐसी करेगा हल्की बाहर
Side will look to repeat what he did very successfully in the previous over, which is flight the ball, use his guile, try to defeat the batsman in the air. Because bowler should understand, realize that the Thurstan ground doesn't have much turn right now.
Definitely.
Probably in the second game of the day it might turn, but right now
It's a lot of flight and guile.
yeah,
So
there isn't much turn. So when there is not much turn, bowler should look to flight the ball, look to beat the batsman in the air.
yeah.
And as I said previously, vary the lines, vary the lengths, and vary the speeds also.
So not a lot of flight in the deliveries that have been bowled this over, darting the ball in more towards off stump line. That's a fuller delivery there.
I think the game plan for Lahore should be to consolidate.
Definitely.
Maybe until the 14th over.
And then make that final push with
final
wickets in
push
hand.
Because they have some big hitters coming down the order. So when you have wickets in hand, it's not impossible to get even 10 to 12 runs per over in the last 6 overs.
Definitely, and you have that assurance as well, so you can go big, get dismissed trying. So far, I think 8 overs down, Lahore Lawyers are 59 for 2.
आकाश थोड़ा खुल के रहना आकाश
रिजवी बहुत बाहर
साकिब
अरे यार
Yeah, there's a bowling change here. Amar is the new bowler.
बोल अमन
I think that is good strategy by the Kolkata captain. Ashutosh Tiwari bowled 2 overs. He is the key bowler, so he would like to keep his other 2 overs
Towards the end?
Towards the end, I think, when Lahore is trying for that final push. It's key. I believe that he will, the captain will use those 2 overs in 2 spells. Maybe the 13th to 14th over, and maybe towards the end, like 17th or 18th over. That is my gut feeling.
Yeah, use them as pegs to counter the Lahore batting effort. Good captains there. Beats the batsman. Umpire lifts the finger. We were just talking about how this pitch will be offering nothing towards the spinners, and yet 3 wickets have gone the spinners' way. That's a lot of flight on the ball. Not a lot of turn there either. Gets the timing wrong, gets the top edge, and he walks.
Yeah, I think he was expecting the ball to turn. That is why he played that cut shot. But the ball didn't turn at all.
Yeah, Muhammad Waqas, 24 off 30.
I think he'll be disappointed with the way he got out, because 24 in 30.
And we'll be going to commercial.
गैप मत दो आओ आगे आओ और आगे आओ सेकंड स्लिप नहीं हो गली है तो ऑलरेडी सेकंड स्लिप पे
9th over now. Bit of a recovery effort needed from the Lahore Lawyers.
That is quintessential Kashif Sohail. I mean, this is Kashif Sohail, the great lawyers cricket batsman that I spoke to you about. His record is impeccable. Has performed in 4 Lawyers World Cups now. I can safely say that he has been one of the leading batsmen in the Lawyers cricket area for the last few years.
Yeah, and the earlier shot where he got off strike, where he got off the mark there, speaks to his pedigree as a batsman. Takes the back leg off, follows the arc of the ball perfectly. Massive strength in those arms.
Yeah, the two batsmen in the middle now, Mohammad Fasil and Kashif Sohail, has been the mainstay of Pakistani Lawyers batting for the last few years. A lot of class, a lot of pedigree, and you'll see the way they bat, very experienced batsmen.
Definitely, there's not a lot of nervous energy out there in the field between the two batsmen.
They'll know that if they consolidate until the 14th or 15th over with the batsmen, the big hitting power they have down the line, they can score above the par score of 160, 170 if they keep their heads and composure.
Definitely, and Mohammad Fazil, nothing substantial yet in this tournament, but they'll be looking to capitalize on this pitch, which offers so much for the batsman there. Yeah, so Bunaka, thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed having you and your insights of the game with us here at the commentary booth. We'll be hoping you'll be joining us soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Arvin. It was my pleasure.
So viewers, that was Bunaka Basnaika, another experienced campaign of the Lawyers cricket game. Joining us here is Vineth Dharmaratna, fellow co-commentator. Vineth, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. How has it been?
Well, to give you a short summary of the game, we're halfway down the first innings. Kolkata Tigers have been bowling well using spin. So earlier we were talking about how the fast bowlers would be a threat, but all three dismissals have come from the spinners here. So there's not a lot of turn here, but the spinners are using a lot of flight and guile to beat the batsman in the air. Lahore Lawyers are going through a bit of a rebuilding effort now. 10 overs down, Lahore Lawyers are 64 for 3.
आ गया तेजा मोहन
Cheeky shot there.
बहुत बढ़िया मोहन एकदम
The batsman crossover for a run.
ऊपर से रहे हां
Oh, wild swing there. And that's a 6. Over long on. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. At the swing of the bat. And made good contact as well. And that's 6 runs added to the total.
The Kolkata Tigers will be looking to
Nipped.
replicate the success against teams of high pedigree such as the Bangalore Tuskers. That fixture was very exciting. Everything coming down to the wire there in the evening at the BRC grounds.
I remember that match. One for the ages.
One for the ages, yes. So for now, the Lahore Lawyers, 3 wickets down, are going through a bit of a rebuilding phase. They need to consolidate runs, as Bonak was saying earlier. Yeah, tries to go for a bit of a leg sweep there. Yes, it's timing wrong on
He's
that.
batting off. He's batting outside the leg stump, so it allows him to play that shot well. But on this occasion, he missed the ball. He failed to make contact.
Yeah, projected score now dipping well below what Bonak was predicting earlier. So Lahore Lawyers won't mind consolidating those slow runs.
And
beats
that's
everyone.
wide, and it's running away. And that will be a 4. That's 5 runs added to the Lahore Lawyers total. That's a poor delivery. Missed the batsman, it missed the keeper, and it runs. He's gonna have to re-bowl that, and plus that's 5 runs added to
the
Lahore
spinners
Lawyers.
will have to be wary of applying that much flight on that ball. I guess the trajectory of it completely alright.
Yeah, flighting it is okay, but you have to get the trajectory right. That's
Definitely.
If it's outside the leg stump, and there's no use in fighting the delivery. It gives the batsman more time to get to that ball or go back foot and go on the back foot and score more runs.
Definitely.
The trajectory has to be correct if
Spot
you
on
are to
here.
fly the ball. Caught away there, but he failed to capitalize on that short ball. Caught away straight to point.
Yeah, Kolkata Tigers applying a lot of pressure here. Yeah, that's good feeling there. Conscious feeling. Yeah, so 11 overs in. Lahore Lawyers are 78 for 3. So to have a bit of a discussion there, Navita is ready with the player from the Lahore Lawyers. Navita, over to you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we have Shukran from Lahore. So are you happy with the score? Firstly, 78 for 3 wickets down already.
Yes, absolutely. The top order players, they have provided us a solid platform up front. We are 78 in the 12th over, so I guess that's pretty good with the long boundaries and very slow outfield. It is, I think, pretty solid start.
So after the first innings, how does the pitch look right now for the next 10 overs?
Well, the ball surface is kind of helping the spinners a lot. The ball is not coming onto the bat. That's why I say the appreciation must be given to the our batters, how they are performing, how they are keep taking the scoreboard by singles and doubles. So I guess it's a very good score.
Who's going to be that master blaster in your team who's going to be doing all the 6s, 4s? Who do you think that player is going to be?
Well, we have a couple of guys back in the hut who, they can hit big 6s at will. One of them, he is actually on a debut match today. He is Usman, and I'm going to vouch for him that he will hit big 6s. Other than that, Mia Irshad, he will come and, he'll just steal all the show.
So what is the target you are looking out for after the second innings?
Well, looking at the conditions, I guess 130, 35, 140 would be a very, very good score. It's going to be competitive. And like I told the other presenter last day, that our pace battery, including Mia Safdar, Hamza and Umair, they are going to be bowling bullets, and the spinners, they are going to come and dry up the runs. They will take wickets. That's how we play cricket. We play aggressive and positive cricket, and that's what we are planning to do today as well.
From the previous matches, if you have to take few key points and implement it on today's match, because we are already qualified for the semis and this is a very crucial match for us. We have to nail it, we have to win it. So if you had to implement few pointers from the previous matches, what are the learnings?
Well, in previous matches, a couple of things we were looking that when we came here, we were coming from very different conditions. We thought that, the scores would be very high, and we were going for scores above 8-9 runs per over, like 160-70 scores. But now we have assessed the conditions. We have come to know that these pitches, they are going to support fast bowlers and very much support the spinners as well. So now we are looking for good competitive scores. We are going to be, sticking to the basics, keeping in mind that singles and doubles will be very important in these huge outfields. So that's what the first learning learning is. And the second thing, I guess we are just going to keep drying up the runs. The wicket will keep coming.
Thank you so much for sharing your strategic plan, Shukran, and all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. And over to the commentator now.
That was Navita there, and with Lahore Lawyers cricketer. As he said, he thinks that 140 is an adequate total, and if that's the case, they are well on course, as the projected score is 143. 13th over. Kolkata Tigers now bowling the 13th over, and that's stepped out of his crease, and that's a 6. That's a 6. Beautifully played. Stepped out of his crease, got to the pitch of the ball, and lofted it over mid off. Should I say long off?
Yeah, that's a misfire from the bowler for sure. He was keeping a lot of pressure on the batsman. Yeah, Shatosh Tiwari coming in for the second delivery. And the batsman
Back of a length and a glance towards deep mid wicket, and they cross over for another single. And this partnership has been good. They've scored about 25 runs now.
Yeah, seems to be around that amount. You have to keep in mind that the Lahore Lawyers have a lot of
And that's lofted again and falls short of the fielder. Falls short of that deep extra cover fielder, and they cross over for another single. Seems like a big risk for just one run. I think he went for that 6, but he failed to make good contact.
To be sure. You have to keep in mind that the Lahore Lawyers have a lot of batting to come, so I think they are looking to keep it steady. Keep the sails going until around the 16th
In that case,
over.
they should save their wickets for the last 4 or 5 overs and
make that big push.
Oh, and that
that's
looks
a review.
Ooh.
I think it's worth a shout, but I think
It
the
was
delivery
worth a
might
shout.
be
The umpire
going
thinks
down the leg.
it's too high.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might have been going down the
That
leg
was
as
very
well.
close in my opinion.
Worth a shout.
Definitely worth a shout.
And projected score creeping up towards the 150 mark, so I think Lahore are doing the right thing.
And that's short again, but pulled straight to the deep mid wicket fielder. They cross over for a run.
Yeah, in the
Lahore
field,
Lawyers now 95 for the loss of 3 wickets in just 13 overs. Their run rate is really good, and they have 7 wickets in hand.
yeah, on the other side, I like the Tigers' long-term plan here. They're trying to get
That's
those
well
cheap
bowled.
bowlers in.
On middle and off, and oh, that's just sloppy.
Yeah,
That is
that's a-
just sloppy.
Yeah, misfields are something you really can't afford, especially when you're trying to keep the pressure on the Lahore Lawyers. Every freebie
Conceding
counts
runs
here.
through overthrows, that is just sloppy. And 96 for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 13.
लेफ्ट आर्म ओवर लेफ्ट आर्म राउंड असल में पिछली कॉलें मेरी हैं
Yeah, we're coming back. Lahore Lawyers refraining from using their pace too much, even though there's not a lot
that's
of
outside the
choices
line
for
and that's
spinners.
swept away towards
Fine leg.
Fine leg.
Yeah.
And
Comes back for two.
Crossover for 2 runs, bringing that total up to 98. Delivery, and that's a quick run. Oh, and that's good running. That's good running. Keeping the pressure on that fielder, and they cross over for another run.
Okay.
Yeah, Lahore Lawyers, they know their game well. Score well, accumulate highly.
There was a
in the
bit
power
of
play.
hesitation. There's a bit of hesitation.
Yeah, there was, but overall I think that was risky but well fought run. This accumulation of runs between the 6th and I feel like the 16th over, that period of 60 deliveries is so important.
And that swung away, and that's a 6. That's on the road. That's a 6. That's a maximum. What a shot that was.
Yeah, that's out of the ground completely. Goes
Show the
towards
full
rose
face
there.
of that bat, and it's out of here. And with that,
Lahore Lawyers,
Lahore
crossed
Lawyers
the
bring up their
100
100
threshold.
runs.
Yeah, considering the spot of bother they were in earlier, I think Lahore Lawyers have rebounded extremely well.
I think this partnership has been the game changer for them.
Definitely. I think they played it steady, and because they know that there's a lot of firepower to come, I think accumulating runs, quick running, good communication, and absolutely slogging these poor deliveries have been the recipe for success here.
Oh, that's well played.
Yes, slices it.
Oh, come on. That's just poor fielding. And that should have been just 1 run, and
Yeah,
can
Kolkata
see
Tigers, losing the plot here a little bit.
they're losing it. They're losing the plot. They can't afford to make these type of mistakes at this situation.
Yeah,
They need to focus on getting this wicket.
the 3 spinners have been doing such a good job. The lines and lengths have been consistent. There's been a lot of flight, but
And
the
that's
fielders,
another single.
the
If they don't
fielders,
get this wicket, we are easily looking at 170, 60, 70 mark.
definitely
If
get
they
a
don't get this wicket.
I think that's what they might be pushing towards. But as I was saying, the fielders need to support the bowlers, and
They do.
misfields like that won't help the cause.
That's paddle swept towards deep square leg.
And 14 overs in, Lahore Lawyers are now
9 for the
comfortable.
loss of 3 wickets.
हाँ शॉर्ट में था
गर्मी आज भी अच्छी लगी।
हाँ दो सिंगल नहीं जाना चाहिए सिंगल सेविंग पे रहो
Yeah, Lahore Lawyers now at 109. I think the score of 170 is definitely gettable. I think they're looking for that final push. After the 16th over, they are looking to accumulate for around 2 more overs. Last over was fruitful as well.
And
13 runs off of it.
if they get 8 runs per over from this point on, that would bring their total up to
Yeah, 170-ish.
170-ish, which is not that hard. 8 runs, you have 6 balls to get 8 runs per over, and if these two don't get out, I think that is
Yeah, I think they are well set here, as Bhuvanaka was stating earlier.
short delivery.
That's why it gets the bottom edge on it.
Here's the Lahore Lawyers batting card. Full on off, and defended straight to the fielder. I mean the bowler.
Yeah, this is good bowling from Jitendra.
Yeah, this over has been really tight, and just as we said, oh, short, but he was lucky to get away with it, wasn't he?
Definitely. I think that ball could very well have been put away.
Easily.
Gets the timing on it wrong. Yeah, I think more than darting the ball in as a shorter delivery, I think flight and guile is the way to go here. They've gotten 3 dismissals so far. I think they need to stick to their strengths.
And that's driven away flat
Long.
towards long off, and they cross over for a run. Hitting through the line, I think that has been key for
The batsman.
Lahore Lawyers.
But Jitendra so far has been good. This over has been good for the Karachi, apologies, the Kolkata Tigers. Shot again.
Short delivery and a cheeky shot behind square leg, and that runs down to the boundary for 4 runs, and that's a brilliant shot, and that spoils that over for the Kolkata Tigers, bringing that total up to 115 for the loss of just 3 wickets in 15 overs.
Feel like as long as this partnership persists, keeping a fielder located on the fine leg region would not be a bad idea, because these two batsmen, they are well set. They rotate the strike well, and they use the paddle sweeps extremely well, and they utilize the leg side field really well, scoring plenty of runs. It's difficult, isn't it, Vinith, bowling to 2 batsmen that look well set and are calm.
Yeah, I have been in that unfortunate situation myself many times, and it's not fun. Even though you bowl a good ball, they somehow manage to find a way to score runs off that. So it's not easy. But after you get that wicket, and you have to build pressure, and that way you get more wickets. That's just like that. You have to build pressure through dot balls and force the batsman to make that or play that rash shot or shot that will get them runs, and again that's shot and gets away with it, cut away towards point, straight to the fielder.
Yeah, Tiwari has been really good, so he doesn't get a lot of turn on the ball, but he's subtle with his line and lengths, those variations of his. Yeah, that
Swing and a miss.
run.
Oh, that has beaten the keep as well. That's the Buys signaled. Now, Lahore Lawyers at 115 for the loss of just 3 wickets. And with 5 overs to go, I think from the next over or the over after they'll start to, accelerate.
They need to see this over through though, because this is a spinner with guile. All the spinners really have been excellent.
Oh, that's a good delivery, and that's well played, equally well played as well.
Yeah, what I like
down to long on.
What I like about the two batsmen here is that they negotiate the more difficult deliveries well. They're well set. They find ways to score. They keep accumulating runs and they are not bogged down at all. It goes for another sweep.
Top edge, and it runs down towards long on. Deep fine leg, and the batsman crosses over for 2 runs, and that brings the total up to 120 for the loss of 3 wickets at the end of 16 overs.
आतिफ भाई आप पूरा हमें दिखने ही नहीं दे रहे हो बॉल आप पूरा इधर उधर रोक
And
हमें
16 overs in,
पूरा हमारे सामने
the Lahore Lawyers might be looking to accelerate from this point onwards. Yeah, they're sticking with spin for the moment. And they found it really difficult to negotiate the considerable outswing. The pacers. That's a wide delivery and that's punished, but
And that's out, just like that. He saw the batsman coming down the wicket, and he purposely bowled it wide of him and forced the batsman to reach for that delivery, and he lofts it straight to long on.
a perfect bowling intelligence there on display.
Couldn't have
Yeah,
said it better
needless shot
myself.
there. Tons of pressure put on. Previous over was well bowled as well, and the pressure accumulates and an experienced batter gets dismissed for the rashest shot possible there.
That's what I said, when you bowl a few dot balls and have overs that low scoring overs, it builds pressure for the batsmen, especially in T20 cricket, and this was the result, getting them a wicket. $122 for 4.
Wide.
ठीक है डालते
Yeah,
रहो
the batsman will need to get busy here. They need to make that final push. Only 24 deliveries left. 23 now. They need to make it count.
Oh, shot and again driven down.
और स्लो कर हाँ ये देख
Kolkata Tigers.
स्लो बॉल बहुत
And that's
दिक्कत
another
है,
dot
बता रहे
ball.
हैं, फिर सब लोग नहीं सुन रहे स्लो फेंकेंगे नहीं कनेक्ट होगा
Swing and a miss, but the batsman crossed over a run. It went down towards third man. If I'm not mistaken, they have only scored 3 runs off of this over with 1 delivery.
ये डाल ये बहुत अच्छा बॉल था
And most importantly, a wicket came off of this over for the Tigers.
हाँ ये डाल
Short ball and cut away towards extra covers, but no run. Brilliant over for the Tigers there. Just 3 runs off it and a wicket. 125 for the loss of 4 wickets after 17. Short delivery and driven down towards long on, and they cross over for a single. Now Lahore, after that wicket fell, the run rate has dipped, taking that project score.
Easy.
That's driven towards long off, I should say. And that slog swept, and that is a 6. That's a good shot, very well played and well connected as well, and releasing the pressure just like that. Made good contact as well, and that's 6 runs added to the total, bringing the total up to 133. Again, same type of shot, and is there another 4? Yes, it is. It's another boundary for the Lahore Lawyers. Now, releasing the pressure that was built up in the last 2 overs. 10 runs off of the 11 runs off of the first 3 deliveries. I beg your pardon, 12 runs off the first 4 deliveries. And that's another boundary, another 6. Now 137 for the loss of 4 wickets. 18 runs off of this over already with 1 more delivery to go. What will they do? Flighted, outside off and swept, slog swept. Another short delivery, and is that man got, oh, and it's dropped, and that should be a costly drop for the Tigers. The batsman crossover for a run. 19 runs off of that over, 144 for the loss of 4 wickets after 18. And that swung away, and man getting under it, and that's out. Just like that, a wicket falls. That's the fifth wicket down for the Lahore Lawyers at coming in at on the 18th over for 144 runs. Yeah, that went straight up. Simple catch. Lahore Lawyers at 144 for the loss of 5 wickets. Now the projected score being 159 after that last over. Went for 19 runs. And what a comeback it has been from the Kolkata Tigers. That's nudged down towards long on for a run. If they can score 20 odd runs in these 2 overs, they will get to a winning total. 145 is a defendable total, but it's gettable. 160s gives the bowlers more room to play around. It's flighted, and that's up in the air, and man getting under it, and that's out. That's straight to long off, and another wicket falls. That's the informed batsman. Kolkata Tigers striking twice in this over. 104. And yes, chipped in the air, easy catch, well judged. 145 for the loss of 6 wickets now, the Lahore Lawyers. Muhammad Fazil, 25 for in just 25 deliveries. A brilliant innings, but he has to go. 145 for the loss of 6 after 18.3 overs.
Next one, please. Middle. Thank you.
2 wickets in this over. What a comeback it has been by the Kolkata Tigers. After getting whacked for 19 runs in the previous over, they come back with a brilliant 2 wickets in this over. Shot and pulled away towards deep mid wicket, and that's going to be cut off by the deep square leg fielder, and they will only be getting a run off of that.
Yeah, the Kolkata Tigers have been really good. They've been taking wickets, and their field has been proactive, making a lot of ground to make sure those runs don't leak.
Again, shot and chipped in the air, and that's dropped by the deep mid wicket fielder, and that's
that was
we're
there
going to
for
have
the
to see
taking.
how costly that drop is going to be. That would have been 3 wickets in this over, but it's not to be, I guess.
Yeah, bowler might be mighty disappointed there. That was there for the taking. Yeah, he was leaning too far to the front. Being closed off.
That's good fielding from that extra cover fielder there, cutting it off quickly so that they don't cross over for a run. A brilliant over by the Kolkata Tigers, nevertheless. Just 3 runs off it and 2 wickets. 147 for the loss of 3 wickets with 1 over to go.
Yeah, going in for the final over now. Kolkata Tigers looking to finish strong.
Oh, that's
kite.
swept and that's kite and
falls
lands in
into
no man's land. That could have been another wicket for the Kolkata Tigers. They need to score at least.
Yeah, Lahore
We'll see.
Lawyers being slightly frantic now. I won't fault them for going for those rash shots. They need to make
It's the
that
last
final
over.
push. Yeah,
It's the last over.
it's the last over. 12 runs here.
12 runs here would get them to a winning total and would give their bowlers enough runs to defend. It's already a good total, but that 160 mark is what you need to hit today. And that's beautifully driven towards deep extra covers for another run.
Yeah, overall, I would say the fielding effort here today has been really good. 3 catches, supporting the bowler well.
But they did drop some catches, didn't they?
Definitely. I mean, it's not perfect by
It's
any
not
means.
perfect, but overall it has been okay.
They've supported their bowlers well.
That's
straight.
That looks out.
That's a big
Yes,
review.
It is.
Yes, that's plumb.
That's plumb in front, and Irshad is gonna have to walk.
Yeah, set up
Yeah,
the
he missed the straight ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crashing into the stump.
set up the batsman really well.
This has been a good over for the Kolkata Tigers. Irshan is gonna have to walk for just 2 runs.
Irshad Naveed scoring
3 runs,
3
I should
off
say.
of 4. Yeah, three
Just
deliveries.
three deliveries. Yeah.
3 deliveries to go. Yeah, the previous deliveries were perfectly executed. Wider.
Oh, and that's swung away towards long off. And
There's a call for the second run there.
They should have gone for that second run. If they called early, they could have gone through to the other end. But the call was late, hence there was no second run, and they fielded it well.
Yeah, Shahid Nasir, the new man on the crease, right-hand batsman. 2 deliveries to face, scoring only 2, but at a strike rate of 81, so needs to pull something wonderful here. Yeah, beats the batsman there.
Try to be cheeky there. Almost got the edge.
Yeah, there's a fine leg there as well, so
I don't think that was a smart option.
yeah, but this is really good bowling at the depth here. Just 3 runs off the over and a wicket to boot. Final delivery of the innings. Let's see how Lahore Lawyers end.
And
taken straight down the ground.
It's up in the air, and they get 2 runs.
And Lahore Lawyers.
Oh, is there out? Is there a run out?
I don't think either team would mind that much, but it's a review nonetheless.
Batsman increased his bat properly. That cost him that wicket. We'll have to see.
Yeah, in any case, the 2 batsmen walk. I don't think they'd mind the decision too much. Yeah, there seems to be a dismissal.
Can we have the other angle?
Well, the umpire, ironically enough, is standing in the way of a clear decision. Yeah, seems to be a
Looks
dismissal.
out to me. What do you think, Avi?
Hold it there.
Yeah, I think
Hold it there. Freeze it.
might be a dismissal there.
Freeze it.
Makes a little difference, but it's a good note for the
Nevertheless,
yeah.
it's a wicket.
Nevertheless, it's a wicket, and it's good for the Kolkata Tigers to end with
On a
dominant
positive
performance.
note, yes.
Definitely. And the last over was really a masterclass of death bowling. Just 3 runs conceded, 2 wickets on it.
Just focus the line.
It has been, hasn't it? They've got 4 wickets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well off the mark here.
150.
Lahore Lawyers, I think around 20 runs off the mark for a dominating score.
Out.
Yep.
150 for the loss of 7 wickets is the total.
Yeah, and the field keepers get to work preparing the wicket for the second innings.
Kolkata Tigers will need to score 151 runs to win this game in 120 balls.
Yeah, what do you think, Vinith? Early in the day, all of us were very convinced that there would be no purchase on the pitch for the spinners, and true to word, there wasn't a lot of spin available, but there was a lot of spin and there was a lot of flight and guile available for the bowlers. They utilized the arsenal well. They bowled to the field. Most of the dismissals coming from spin. So it seems to be a surprising turn of events. What do you think will happen as the pitch deteriorates as the day goes on?
I guess if they'll use that same strategy by using spinners to get wickets, but we'll have to see.
Definitely. And we shall see in a few short minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, there's an interview lined up for us for y'all today with Namyata, with the 2 captains of the 2 teams, and over to you.
Okay, so we have Kashif Sohail with us, 32 of 27, amazingly played. We were just expecting all of you are just going to be hitting 135, 140 and 150. How does the run feel for you?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It was due to the blessing of God. We have done good and we are hoping to do best in the second phase of the game.
So was there any kind of a key strategy you implemented, or was it the pitch?
We are just there to, with clear mind, to go and fetch the runs and go hard. And that's we just implement the plan and hopeful we are successful so that.
Brilliantly played as of now. I loved watching your performance, and all the very best. And now, up next, we have Syed Fukran Rezi. 4 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. How was the performance on the ground?
Performance was in fact great. It was a team effort. As I've always said, cricket is a team effort of 11 players. I just stuck to my basics, and that is what I got the dividend like.
At the 17th over, there were 2 sixes and 4s. What really happened in that over?
Basically, when you are in a slog over of 2020, people are going to hit. The batsman is there with the willow and he is going to hit. So it is not that balls were bad or the pitch was playing better. It was not like that. It's basically at the end overs, slog overs, batsmen are going to hit. And fine, he made the chances also. The bowler made the chances also. So it's evenly balanced. The pitch is playing very nicely. And we are confident that we will be able to chase that.
It's a crucial match for indeed both the teams, as we are going to be qualifying. So you think you can beat the target?
Inshallah.
All the very best to both the teams. Thank you so much for joining us. And now over to the commentator.
Yeah, so that has been
That
the
was
word from
Navita.
the 2 skippers. Thanks,
That was the
Navita.
skippers.
So this has been a fine display from the Kolkata Tigers in regards to their bowling.
As well as the Lahore Lawyers as well.
Yeah,
They scored
feel-
151,
Yeah.
which is a very defendable total.
And this is how they got it. Lahore Lawyers, Muhammad Waqas and Musafar Hussain, really good batsmen, scored 24 of 30 and 3 of 4 deliveries, so not after the bad start there. But then Zohaib Hassan scored 24 off of 16 until he was dismissed by Syed Rizvi. And then after the third wicket fell, Muhammad Fazil and Kashif Sohail put on a really good stand of 25 off of 25 and 32 off of 27 until they too were dismissed. Usman Chima scored 19 off 9 at a strike rate of 211. Really impressive there. Irshad Navi, the wicketkeeper batsman, scoring only 3. Shahid Nasir very much the same, and Saftar Ali, the captain, scoring a single run off of a single delivery. 17 extras. So a lot of freebies, especially in the morning.
And here's the bowling card. Shakib Ahmed, Barmi and Rizvi and Shastri getting 1 wicket each, and Jitendra Tirupati getting 3 wickets. Definitely the pick of the bowlers. Ironically, only bowled 3 overs. He didn't complete his 4 overs.
And he was very economical as well, barely
yes.
conceding more than 3 runs per
Just 3
over.
runs. And
Amar Shastri was definitely expensive
up there
there.
as one of the best.
Yeah, he was Shibasis Barme was expensive, conceding 10 runs each for his 2 over run. And in a short while we will be seeing the highlight reel of the match. So we are back for the second innings. Kolkata Tigers.
Here's the first delivery, and that's a good delivery to start off with, just outside off, and nudge it towards extra covers. but I feel like the batsman pushed at it.
Yeah, a bit of a tentative shot there. Look, 151, very much within the reach of the Kolkata Tigers batsman. But they need to capitalize on the power play here.
Oh, and
carried.
that takes the top edge. And if there was a second slip or an extra slip there, that would have been the first wicket for the Kolkata Tigers. Instead, it runs down to third man, and they cross over for a run. Lucky break. Here's the batting card for Akash Ganguly. 3 matches, 3 innings, 76 runs. Highest score being 742 at an average of 38 runs per match.
The strike rate is 98, so he's a bit of a set batsman, I would say. But 42 runs speaks to a lot.
Oh, that ball kept low, didn't it? Could have
Really did,
easily
yeah.
gone on to hit the stumps if it had been wicket to wicket.
Yeah, taking the pace off the ball.
Goes to show that the wicket is a bit uneven.
Definitely.
And
Nasir Ali, the other batsman on the end, right-hand batsman. 3 innings with not a lot of runs to his name.
I think the Lahore Lawyers, they have to take advantage of that unevenness of the wicket.
Definitely. And with the pitch wearing on as the day goes on.
That's driven. Didn't get the contact he needed, but straight to the extra cover field.
I think they used a bit of a light roller between the innings, so there'll still be a bit of purchase for the Pacers.
True. I saw they use a right roller. Deep square leg field having a small conversation with the leg umpire there. How do you think that?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
Swing
that
and a
swung,
miss.
that swung away from the batsman.
that swung away from the batsman. I don't see any swing off the pitch. I still see some swing in the air, but I don't see any swing off the pitch.
Yeah, no, the pitch is really giving nothing away for the Pacers. Yeah, it's a really flat track. It's all for the batsman's game to lose. But there's a lot of swing in there. I think that's partly to do with the high humidity levels in Colombo here.
Agreed. And there's a bit of wind as well.
Yeah, picking up slowly but surely.
Yeah, slowly.
Early it was dead quiet in the air. Absolutely no wind.
Ooh, again.
Yeah, the batsman
Away from the batsman there, and that's a good first over from the Lahore Lawyers, just conceding 1 run. And we're back for the second over of the Kolkata Tigers innings.
Yeah, the Tigers need 151 runs off of 114 balls. I would say very much gettable.
Chasing a target of
Very much a good cheap over during the power play.
tight over, I should say.
Yeah, tight over. Yeah, that's a good line there.
And is that? Oh, I think there was an inside edge there. Well bowled by Hamza. We'll look at that again. Oh, that swung in.
Yeah, there is a lot of
I feel
swing
like
in
that
there.
nipped back into the batsman, the
Definitely.
right-hander.
Yeah.
And that
There is a lot
almost
of
was
swing
an
in the air.
LBW. Yeah, there is a bit of swing, yes.
Really is humid here. The bowler is feeling the heat as well. Yeah, it's going to be a day of attrition here. I think a lot of mental strength will be tested here. The batsmen need to be set here. It's not a total where they need to be following a crash and burn method to their batting.
Oh, on the pads, and that was well fielded there by mid-wicket fielder, and almost got a run-out. There's a small miscommunication between the batsmen, but they eventually cross over a run. It's good fielding.
Yeah,
Just
150
2 runs.
runs needed from 112 deliveries. Again,
That's well bowled again, but that was a good. The short selection was good, but he failed to make proper contact. He failed to time that ball properly.
yeah, I feel like Hamza might be the danger man and be the pick of the pacers here. He's very incisive. His line and length is accurate to a surgical degree. He's coming in wide on the crease, shooting the ball in to the pads. Swing in the air, could be dangerous. That's wide.
And that's a wide delivery. That's the first loose delivery of the Lahore Lawyers.
I could see it leapt back into the batsman after making contact with the pitch. Yeah, wide again.
Another wide delivery. A bit harsh there. That looked very close, but a bit harsh.
Yeah, the first 3 deliveries were spot on, coming in wide of the crease.
Here's the equation. 149 off of 111 balls. Easily gettable if they bat well.
Yeah, the same thing happened early in the morning during the first 2 overs that the Kolkata Tigers were bowling. The Pacers had trouble negotiating with the plethora of swing in the air. Balled a lot of loose deliveries. Hamza needs to be careful.
And that's another wide. Three wides on the trot. They're releasing the pressure they built up in that first over. This is not
A bit of an overcorrection
bowling.
there. I think the length needs correcting as well.
Length wise, it's not that bad, but the line you need to get it right.
Yes, but there's a lot of deviation on the ball, so I
True,
think
true.
length deliveries
Fuller
might be the way
length
to go.
is
Yeah,
preferred.
yeah. Much better.
Much better delivery there. Oh, and it's running down. There's no field in that mid-wicket region. Just 2 fielders on the leg side, and it's a 4. It runs down to the boundary. First boundary of the Kolkata Tigers innings comes in the second over. And if you look at the field, it's just 2 fielders on the leg side.
Yeah, they
Square
might.
leg and a mid-on. Leaving that. If that's your field, that's not where you should bowl. You should bowl on that off. Yeah.
Yeah, bowling onto the stumps there. The batsman is able to take it on the pads. And
Even bowling at the stumps is a bit risky in this field.
It is. It is.
Oh, and that's...
Yeah, fine leg takes it. That's a good run. Good throw there as well.
That's signal as leg buys. Just one more delivery to go in this over.
I think in the next over they might need to be thinking about the field placement a little bit.
8 runs off this over already.
Yeah, leaving the leg side a little loose there.
Yeah, as I said, if you're having this offside packed field, you shouldn't bowl on the pads or on middle and leg. It has to be that outside off, middle and off channel, forcing the batsman to play on the offside.
Yeah, the lawyers need to get a lot of things right here. If they are picking a field setup this risky, their bowlers need to be bowling really tightly, picking that offside channel, fuller deliveries. But because of the deviation in the air, not every delivery is going to be perfect. So that's good. That's a good delivery to end the over with. 2 overs in. Kolkata Tigers making a comeback. So after this
start of the third over, and that's well bowled and well driven and well fielded as well. Got a hand to it and saved runs for his team.
Yeah, really important that the Lahore Lawyers limit the concession of runs as much as possible, because 151 runs on a ground like this. There's been a lot of history in the Professionals Cricket League as well, where there have been a lot of runs available for the batsman.
He's good batting, he's good running as well.
That's a good throw.
And that's overthrows, is it? And oh, if the throw was better, I think there would have been a run out at the wicket keeper's end.
Yeah. An overhead throw was not the right call there. I feel like
keeping
gone for the stumps,
pressure on those fielders, but that overthrows was unnecessary.
Yeah, overhead throws are for when the batsman, overthrows are for when the batsmen are set.
Oh, and that's driven away. Oh, that's good fielding by the mid-off fielder, saving 3 runs for his team. And
the upcoming matches today.
Mumbai versus Colombo Titans today evening, and
the Bangalore Tuskers versus the Dhaka Council. So both are set to be
the Coles Cricket Ground.
This over has been good. Tight line. I think they can afford to keep that offside field packed. But they need to keep holding on to that line there.
His bowler lines and lengths tight, not letting the batsman score easy runs. He's making the batsman work for his runs, which in turn builds pressure for the batsman. Safdar has been amazing today. He bowled the first over for just a run, and now he's bowled 3 deliveries. Oh, that almost got the edge. Nipped away from the batsman.
Yeah, straightened
The
out
ball
there.
angled in and nipped away from the batsman. That's brilliant fast bowling and swing bowling.
Yeah, that's a good length to bowl as well. Just short of a length there. Enough room for the ball to deviate on the bounce back to the batsman. Straightening out. Yeah, this is good bowling in the power play.
That and just like that, that's out.
Yeah, plumb on the stumps there. That's a really good delivery.
That's a really
Short.
good delivery. He
Took
missed
the-
the straight ball,
yeah.
the batsman. It was not
Yeah.
a special delivery, but
Took the pace off the ball as well.
took the pace of the ball. Yes, I saw him rolling his fingers over that ball, and yes, that gets him a wicket. This is what good lines and lengths can get you. A few dot balls will make the batsman do something different, and this on this occasion, Nasir Ali gone for 2 with 7 deliveries.
जल्दी आओ उसे इशारा करन दिया मैं लेवा कि ना ओवर हो गया ओवर
वही है ना कि पीना तो दसो नहीं तो मैं क्यों एनर्जी वेस्ट
Okay, we have an interview lined up downstairs. Namita, over to you.
Runs to win. We have with us here Piran, a lawyer from Colombo. So yes, firstly, I want to talk about the concept of how you have got all the lawyers here under one roof from India and overseas, and everyone are playing cricket as one single family. So a great initiative, firstly, in taking it up. How did this idea come up to, and how did it actually get implemented into action?
Well, I think it's down to the AR group and also Sri Lanka Lawyers Cricket. I think they've done a wonderful job in bringing players from all these countries. It creates so much fellowship and camaraderie between the players, and hopefully that will lead on to better things in the future.
Absolutely. So how's the tournament shaped till now?
Yes, I watched yesterday's games and also caught today's matches. They were played to a very, very high standards. I think some of the players had probably played first-class cricket in their respective countries. So the skills were very, very good. In fact, today I saw Mr. Sohail batting really well for the Lahore team. And also I think Mr. Furkan. They batted really well, and I expect a very keenly contested game in the second half of the match.
Well, it's so humid out here, and in spite of Ramadan, we've had the Lahore, Karachi, all the team members with the fast giving this excellent execution. So what do you have to say about that?
As I said, I think this game is going to be very keenly contested. I was in fact told that there is a bowler from the Lahore team who bowls at 140 kilometers per hour. That is like test or one-day standards, international standards. So I'm hoping to watch that and catch some of the action.
Thank you so much for joining us, and may the best team win. And over to the commentator here.
Yeah, going in for the fourth over.
What I said before about, one bowler, both bowlers from both ends keeping up the pressure. That needs to happen if keep picking up wickets. If one bowler is bowling well from one end and the other bowler is releasing the pressure from the other end, that does not work well. Both of the bowlers, if you're not picking up a wicket, you need to bowl those dot balls and keep them to a low score, and not concede a lot of runs. That is very important.
Yeah, they've made early inroads here. The other bowler bowling from the rugby ground end has been really impressive. It's not the dismissal that was impressive, although
Glided
it was
towards
in
third
its own
man.
right. But the setup there, 5 preceding deliveries leading up to a really well set textbook dismissal there.
Agreed. Oh, that's a good short delivery and
There's a bit of
that's,
bounce available for the seamers there.
nudged down towards mid-on. Yes, there is a bit of bounce. Yes, that's what I said. The wicket is a bit uneven. We saw some deliveries going below the bat, and now we have seen a bit of bounce.
Yeah.
So it is that
Very
it's
uneven. Yeah.
It's not a
What's-
flat track.
Yeah, what's surprising is that earlier during the day this was a really flat track, except for the swing in the air, which is not due to the track at all. But now it's really uneven.
That flew past that edge.
Yeah,
but it is not unusual to see when the wicket deteriorates quickly.
Yeah.
With the boot marks and everything, a flat track in the morning could be an uneven track by afternoon. That is not unusual to see in cricket.
Yeah, it's not
normally.
unheard of, definitely. Yeah, it's a good idea to have that slip cordon packed with 2 slips.
Agreed. To keep up that pressure.
Yeah.
But there's no point in having 2 slips if
Shorter
you're not
deliveries.
bowling your lengths.
Yeah, shorter deliveries might be the way to go here. Yep.
Oh. It's well bowled again. Short. Directed straight at the batsman. And it took the inside of the edge of the bat. And almost. It could have gone on to hit the wicket.
4 overs down. Kolkata Tigers 20 for 1.
That's flicked over mid-on. What a shot that is. Played across the line, played across the swing, took a big risk, and I think it was worth it. Gets a 4.
Yeah, wasn't even a bad delivery, really.
It was a really good delivery, but it was a too good a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, takes the back foot away. Yeah, that's kite, short delivery.
Up in the air and it falls short of that deep square leg fielder. They cross over for a run, bringing that total up to 25.
Yeah, I feel like
over for the loss of 1 wicket.
I feel like having a backward square leg might be a good idea, because especially if the batsmen are going for rattled shots like that.
Especially if the bowler is bowling short, deep square
yeah.
leg is a brilliant option to have, a very useful option to have, because that pull shot or that hook shot could
Take the edge off.
Or could be mistimed. And that flies past the fielder and runs down towards third man.
Yeah, adding another slip there might be the way to go.
Total now 26. The loss of for the loss of 1 wicket.
एडवोकेट का क्रिकेट हो रहा है, स्लीपिंग करेगा कर यार, खुश रहे, be happy by doing that.
Yeah, the bowler taking his time. Batsman at the ready.
That's full on off stump, driven, but straight to the extra cover fielder. If you're bowling full, you have to bowl at the block hole, or you're gonna get punished, especially by top order batsmen.
I feel like a slower delivery here might be in order, especially because
Yes, but you have to build up
that
with
pressure.
a few good deliveries and get the batsman to play at that slower delivery,
because
hoping for edge.
because the batsman seems to be going for a full swing every delivery here. I think fuller, slower delivery might lead to something.
That's driven straight to mid off, and the crossover run. The batsman took off as soon as the ball left the bat and gets there comfortably.
Yeah, almost 5 overs in Lahore Lawyers have been bowling well here. They've conceded a fair few runs, but not enough to warrant worry or concern from the Lahore camp. Kolkata Tigers, to their credit, have been composed, but they've gone for a few rash shots. They've been fortunate not to get dismissed off that. That's sliced.
Oh, and if that throw was good, that would have been curtains. That was a pretty bad throw.
Good fielding in the deep though, but yeah, the throw could have been more accurate. Had the batsman rattled there for a second. Yeah, at the end of the 5th over, 29 for 1.
Five overs gone and 29 for the loss of 1 wicket. The batsman crossover for 2 runs. What? ball is running in. This has been a quiet over. And whoa, that's driven away through that gap.
Just
through
outside
that
off
covers,
stump.
extra covers gap.
Yeah, couldn't get the line right on that. Shortish delivery. Just outside off stump. Batsman leaning towards leg stump. Takes it down the covers for a boundary. Yeah, Kolkata Tigers, I feel like should be pleased with that total here. They've only lost 1 wicket. I think they should build and consolidate. Yeah, that swung wildly. Fine leg.
And that was pulled away towards square leg, and they cross over for another run. Take a picture. Oh, and that's flicked away towards deep fine leg, and they cross over another run there, and that brings the total up to 36 for the loss of 1 wicket after the 6th over, and that's the end of the first power play.
Yeah, the umpire taking his time there. And that's the end of the power play as signaled by the umpire. Yeah, fielding restrictions restricted there. 115 off of 84 deliveries. Perfectly within reach. Yeah, and this has been the scorecard for the Kolkata Tigers. Nasir Ali, the wicket keeper, taken by a beauty of a delivery by the pacer in the second over, scoring 2 off 7. Not too impressive, but Akash Ganguly has since gone on to build with Shibasis Barmi, 26 off 23, and Barmi having yet to score aggressively here. Yeah, the bowling card for the Lahore Lawyers being largely impressive. Safdar Ali easily the pick of the bowlers, taking a scalp, a really good one at that. Bowling 3 overs, 10 dots, conceding only 13 runs. Irshad Naveed bowling 3 as well. So the two pacers have been sharing the workload throughout the power play, but they'll be looking to bring in a bit of spin here throughout the middle overs.
Partnership of 24 runs now by these two, and is helping Kolkata Tigers sort of rebuild the innings. Try to be cheeky there, and almost lost his wicket. If that had nicked the bat, it would have been curtains. Oh, and that's miscued and that's out. That was what he was going for with that short delivery, and that has worked like a charm for the Lahore Lawyers. The first slip, the slip fielder taking that catch, easy catch, ballooned up in the air, and that's exactly what they were going for.
Yeah, really soft dismissal there. Short delivery, bounced really high, rattled the batsman, and slip takes the catch. Textbook. Lahore doing everything right.
Again.
Yeah, it's a bright sunny day here. 7 overs in, that's straight on the pads.
Oh, and that looks straight, but we'll have to see the replay.
I think it might be going down the leg there.
That might be going down the leg. That's what I also felt.
Yeah, everyone feeling the heat here. Yeah, that's well left.
That's well left. But I felt like he should have pounced at that short and wide delivery.
Yeah, I think the delivery kept low. I think the batsman didn't expect it. But as we were talking about it earlier, it's an uneven pitch. Might be in for a few surprises here down the innings.
Oh, swing and a miss, almost got the edge, just flew past that outside edge, and that's the end of the over. Kolkata Tigers 37 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of
7 overs. Yeah, that's flighted in towards the batsman on the leg.
Next time correct. Usman bhai. Bas.
And that's flighted on off stump, and that's played across the line towards long on, and they cross over for another single. Now the Kolkata Tigers needing 114 runs in just 77 deliveries. What do you think, Arvin? Will they be able to get to this total, or will the Lahore Lawyers defend it?
Well, it's very much a gettable score, but for right now, as of right now, I would say Lahore are doing everything right. They're getting those tight overs in, they're taking dismissals at a constant rate. They're putting pressure on the batsman, and to their advantage is the uneven pitch, throwing in surprises here and there. Very difficult for the batsman to navigate unless they're settled. They feel like they might need to build on a partnership of 20 to 30 runs and then accelerate from there.
Or even more.
Even more, yes. They've got 8 wickets in hand there.
Oh, and that's played. That's hit straight, and it's running down, and it's a 4. It's beautifully struck there by the batsman, his side, and yeah,
that's a loose
shot.
delivery.
Textbook shot. Technique's perfect. Got to the pitch of the ball and hit it straight down the ground. For
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier in the morning. There's not a lot of spin available for the spinners, so they need to bowl fuller, I feel like.
They need to bowl good lines and lengths, yes.
They need to bowl good lines.
Yeah.
They need to bowl it tight as well.
Oh, and that's given away on the back foot towards long off for a run.
Right now, I feel like the spinner might be bowling it a bit shorter than he would have liked. But 8 overs are gone. Kolkata Tigers are 46 for 2.
निकल बाहर
106 needed now from just 72 balls for the Kolkata Tigers to win this game.
Yeah, the Kolkata Tigers.
I think they are well on course.
I think they're well on course.
Hit straight at the bowler and well fielded there by mid-off.
Yeah.
Quickly anticipated that and moved to his right and cutting it off.
Definitely.
Without even considering one run.
But I think they might need to be concerned about that run rate, 5.63.
Agreed. They need to up, but as long as they have wickets toward the end,
they can
I don't
go
think
for
they
that
should be
final
worried
push,
too much. But what you said was true. They need to get the run rate up to about 7 in the next 2 or 3 overs.
Yeah, I think scoring about 7 to 8 runs per over here.
Oh,
yeah, that's an
and
edge.
That's the edge. That's the wicket.
Yeah, the worst possible time
At
here.
The worst possible time for the Kolkata Tigers, and
in between a rock and a hard place here. That was a beauty of a delivery. Bowl it short
and straight at the batsman.
Yeah, straight at the batsman.
And he had no choice, and I feel like that was a wrong selection of the shot to play that delivery. He should have got inside the line and hit it towards the leg side. Akash Ganguly gone for 33 in just 29 deliveries after a good innings.
Yeah, so 3 wickets down. Not really the position any batting side would want to be in. They won the toss. They put in the Lahore Lawyers into bat first. Now they need to get going here. Losing wickets definitely not the way to go. Not that any side would prefer that in any case, but I think they were on their way to building a good partnership, but I think those bowlers were holding on to their lines really good. They were rattling the batsmen, didn't allow themselves to get set. Really good bowling here.
Oh,
Again.
and that's hit the batsman.
It might be going down the leg.
Is good pressure from the fielding team. It's good pressure from the Lahore Lawyers, keeping those lines and lengths tight and not allowing the Tigers to score free runs.
Yeah, like the point of release as well, coming in wide of the crease.
Using the crease well. It's always a feature of a good bowler when you're using the crease.
It's really difficult for a batsman to navigate it as well.
And here's the batting leaderboard
of the South Asian Lawyers T20
Kaushik
tournament.
Leading that leaderboard with an average of 88 and has scored 177 runs in 3 matches. The highest score being 92. Akash Ganguly, who's playing this match today, has scored 109 runs in 3 innings at an average of 54.
So impressive run scoring here. That's another delivery on the pads.
Another loud appeal.
Yeah, this is really good pressure here. That's a misfield there though.
This is sloppy. They can't afford to do these mistakes. That's an overthrow, allowing the batsman to cross over for an extra run there.
Yeah, wicket maiden was on the cards for sure. Yeah, this is really good bowling from Umer. Keeping the pressure in. He's sticking to his line and length. He's not trying anything new. He's not experimenting. He knows what works. And he's sticking to it. Coming in from the wide area again. Yeah, really difficult over for the batsman to navigate. Kolkata Tigers 48 for 3. Yeah, 9 overs in. That's
a full toss.
That's a full toss.
But failed to capitalize on that delivery. The Kolkata Tigers are now scoring at a rate of 5.3, which is quite low for a T20 game.
Yeah, and definitely low in the context of this game, when they need to be scoring at well over 7.5 runs per over. Not adequate. Batsman bowling. Batsman, apologies there, done off the tongue. Batsman trying to mitigate the swing in the air by coming in front of the crease. Something I noticed, Vinith, is the lack of footwork here. They're not flexible. They seem stiff.
Hence, they haven't been able to score a lot of runs.
Yeah, and they haven't been able to.
There.
Yeah, I feel like if they were able to.
Yeah, if they moved
a bit
on
more.
on the crease, or you know, see again. When you're playing that cover drive, you need to take your foot towards that ball.
Exactly, I feel like
that's a fundamental thing in cricket. That's the first thing you teach.
I feel like shuffling across the crease can definitely help your game in terms of rotating the strike and putting on the runs. But again, I feel like this is a dividend of the good bowling we've seen. When you're under pressure, the fundamentals tend to slip. Foot movement being one of them. The batsmen here are concerned about keeping their wicket, but they also need to be concerned about scoring runs, which they do here.
Again, what you said there, that the footwork. If he got closer to that ball, he could have timed it much better and capped that shot. You know, scoring at least two or three runs.
And I feel like that front foot really gets in the way of getting good stroke play. 103 runs off 61. That's a tall order. Didn't seem like it at the start of play, but it is now.
Again, couldn't time it properly. Batsman struggling to get his timing right. Now that run rate dipping below 5. And at the end of the 10th overs, 49 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Yeah, halfway down the innings, Kolkata Tigers are in dire straits. Yeah, making fielding changes here. They're going at less than 5 runs per over here. Yeah, tries to go for a swing, mistimes it. Ball nips into the back of the bat there. Good run there though. This is good bowling. Missed opportunity there. Takes the pace completely off the ball. Delivers it short.
Dropped catch. And I mean, that's poor wicket keeping.
as a bowler, as a spectator, really that's the perfect delivery there. Perfect setup. Rolls his fingers along the back of the ball, takes the base completely off. Good line. Short. Difficult to navigate that ball. Takes the top edge. Slip should have taken it.
No, the wicket keeper should have taken it.
Yeah, the wicket keeper, yeah. Either one of the two. They're there to do a job and they let the bowler down.
They definitely did. I have to mention that it's been a long time since I've seen a wicket keeper with short sleeves. And it's quite uncommon to see wicket keepers with short sleeves on. They normally wear long sleeves, or they wear short sleeves with an armband.
Yeah, might just be needing a bit of wind to hit their forearms. Get some cooling in any way they can.
Some wind in their forearms, right? Who couldn't do anything? Who couldn't do without some wind in their forearms, right?
Sometimes your thoughts baffle me, Vinay. The sun getting to you?
Sometimes my thoughts baffle me too.
I feel like the heat might be scrambling your brains there a little bit.
It's not the heat. I mean, it's...
Alright, back to the game then.
Back to the game. 51 for the loss of 3 wickets. We have paused the game for a while now. The Kolkata Tigers needing 101 runs in just 58 deliveries.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
That's the equation. And these are the past matches. Lahore Lawyers beating Bangalore Tuskers by 25 runs. Colombo Titans yesterday won the match by 3 wickets against Karachi Lawyers. Kolkata Tigers winning their match against the Dhaka Councils by 6 wickets. Delhi Giants won by 7 wickets against Mumbai. Kolkata Tigers winning by just 1 run. We were there at that match. It was one for the ages. And the Colombo Titans won by 9 wickets against the Delhi Giants.
Yeah, that was a surgical dismantling.
The first 2 games of this tournament, Lahore Lawyers beating Dhaka Councils by 7 wickets and Mumbai beating Karachi Lawyers by 62 runs. Those were the results of the past matches.
So good cricket we've been seeing over the past 2 days. And this is the bowling leaderboard of the South Asian Lawyers T20 Tournament 2023. Kullu Rodrigo of the Colombo Titans lead in the pack here with a wicket haul of 7 wickets, taking 4 of them yesterday. Karthik Veerabagu of the Bangalore Tuskers having a 5 wicket haul. So does Jitendra Tripathi, who bowled well early in the morning here at the Thurstan ground. Shahid Nasir of the Lahore Lawyers bowling well as well. So good cricket overall. Yeah, difficult passage of play here for the Kolkata Tigers to navigate. Really difficult.
We'll be resuming with the game right now. 51 for the loss of 3 wickets. Kolkata Tigers. Umair running in. And that's a wild swing and a miss there by the batsman. Another swing and a miss there. Short delivery.
Yeah, good over here. Nothing much to say here. I've just been enjoying the betting on display.
Way towards that long on boundary. It will be cut off by the mid-on fielder. Batsman.
Yeah, that's good
get
running
2
there.
runs off of that delivery, and that's the end of the
11th over.
over.
Kolkata Tigers 51 for 3. Yeah, 12th over now. Usman coming in. Just swings away from the batsman. Well fielded there.
Good effort, good effort. Valiant effort. 53 for the loss of 3 wickets now. 99 runs needed of 54. For the first time in this innings that required total coming down, coming below 100.
This is one of those times where consistent fast bowling has won the day, because they've not been getting much in the way of dismissals. They are still only 3 wickets down, but the bowling has been really tight, really hard to score.
It has
runs.
been, hasn't it? He's cut away for a 4.
Yeah, the batsman.
Fair serve.
Well, there are exceptions to every norm. That was a loser delivery.
Yeah,
And
short
put away.
delivery, wide outside off, and it was there to be hit.
Yep. Put away, as any good batsman would. Yeah, wide again.
Swing and a miss.
But better length there.
Agreed. But again, better length for sure, but it's still too full for my liking.
Yeah, I think the uneven pitch saved the pacer there. The ball kept low. You can see on the pitch that it's drying out a bit now, and there are like crackly patches here and there. The bowlers might be looking to take advantage of that.
And that's glided towards third man. And the batsman, they get 2 runs off of that delivery, bringing that total up to 53 for the loss of 3 wickets, needing 97 runs off of 54.
I can definitely empathize here with the Kolkata Tigers here. They've yet to lose another wicket, but it's been tough going for them. I think the intent might have been to build up a partnership, get 30 or 40 runs. That's taken.
And that's taken. Is it?
Yeah, making a case for himself, the fielder, saying that he caught the ball before it made impact with the ground. The umpire acquiesces to that request.
And it has gone to the third umpire.
Yeah, really good field awareness though.
Please.
Poor shot selection, playing across the line, trying to take it towards the leg. Yeah, dividends of pressure here.
No, that is not allowed in TV. It is your call.
I'm not sure what happened there. Umpire. Apparently, it wasn't referred to the third umpire, and we continue with the game. And
that's a good shot.
That's a good shot in the gap between.
Yeah, first boundary we've seen in a while.
And long off, and that's beautifully played. And that's 4 runs added to the total.
We'll need more of that from the Kolkata Tigers.
They'll definitely need more of those shots if they are to chase down this total.
Yeah, first boundary we've seen in a while. Might signal a turn of events here. And that's the end of the over. A glance down the leg for a quick run. Yeah, real attritional innings here, nothing exciting happening. Not a lot anyway. It's a slog here. But a slog is what the Karachi Lawyers need. Yeah, it's cut away through the covers. Yeah, approaching the 1 PM mark. Slow going here. Yeah, that's a bit too straight.
They're gonna have to pick up the scoring rate, if they are to chase down this total, or at least get close to it. There is a show of intent during the past 2 or 3 deliveries, but that's up in the air, and it's straight to that deep mid-wicketish or wide long on fielder. It's a bit of a weird fielding position though.
Yeah, posting a few more fielders on the leg side would be a good bet for the Karachi Lawyers. In this over especially. Frustrate the batsman. Maybe post a deep mid wicket and a long off fielder on the offside. Taken upwards again. Yeah, like I said, more fielders on the leg side might be the way to go. And that's the end of another over.
70 for the loss of 3 wickets after 12 overs. I beg your pardon, 13 overs.
Yeah, 42 deliveries to go. 82 runs needed. Definitely gettable. We've seen this happen. But the way that the bowlers have been utilizing the strengths, the way the fielders have been restricting the batsman, it's difficult.
We have reached the 13 over mark now. Flighted, oh, and that's skied. Will he catch it? And yes, that's gone. Easy catch, well judged catch by the bowler himself, caught and bowled. And Kolkata Tigers lose their 4th wicket for just 7. For the Tigers.
Previous rule. Yeah. Previous.
Fourth wicket falling in that previous delivery. Oh, and is that? And that's wicket number 2. That's 2 in 2 for the Lahore Lawyers, and Kolkata Tigers in trouble here. Yep, that's Plum in front. 2 in 2 for, and that's Nadeem Khan gone for a duck. 2 in 2 for the Lahore Lawyers. 70 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Stump correct. Now left arm round. Yeah, yeah. 3 man arm. Shabash, shabash, boys. Stumps के अंदर. हाथ में थोड़ा बाहर. ये भी stumps के अंदर. यार तेरे को भी आना है या मेरे को आना है? क्या? ये जो एक सब पत्ती इधर आती है.
Zohair now on a hat trick. Can he get it? And that's a hat trick. That's a hat trick for Zohair from the Lahore Lawyers. 70 for 6 now.
That's a brilliant hat trick.
That's a brilliant hat trick there. Not even one loose wicket. All good deliveries, all good wickets. Made the batsman play at it. That came crashing down to that middle stump. And that's a hat trick.
One of the best I've seen.
And with that, that's 70 for 6. Kolkata Tigers.
hurry up.
Yeah, what a hat trick that was. Yeah, 4 wickets in 4 deliveries. Is that a possibility? We shall see. Nevertheless, the bowler should be mighty impressed with himself. Caught and bowled.
Next time, correct.
Yeah, might it be another dismissal here? Well middled. Well middled. Yeah, first hat trick we've seen possibly in the entire tournament. It is.
That's it!
That's taken down the leg side. Long on retrieves it.
Over.
Yeah, this was the previous dismissal. Really good. Tried playing it for the turn. No turn in there at all. Straightens out. Kept low. And it stumps. .82 runs needed of 37. Tall order. Especially when you're 6 wickets down. Kolkata Tigers are in dire straits. Yeah, and this is the ask. 82 of 37. Lahore Lawyers versus Kolkata Tigers. Kolkata Tigers bowled well. Doing well to restrict the Lahore Lawyers for 150. But they failed to follow through on their strategy of putting them in to bat first and
Wait on.
batting effectively.
Now the equation being 82 needed of 37 deliveries now. Looks a bit tough, doesn't it? Oh, and that's a 6. That's well hit. Connected well. Hit it over the long off fielder for a beautiful 6. Against the climax of the game as well.
Yep. Kolkata cricketers letting the bowlers know that they still mean business here. They're not down and out. Yeah, no turn on that at all. Only subtle variations there. Well negotiated. Kolkata Tigers bouncing back on the end of the 14th over. 70 for 6.
It's 77 for 6 rather.
Yes,
Needs
apologies.
to be updated.
That's a good delivery to end the over.
At the end of 15th over. We have one more delivery to go.
Catch it!
And that's hit up in the air and that's over that fielder again. It's another 6.
Good
And,
effort by
83 now the total. What a made good connection with that ball.
Yeah, that's darted in. No flight on that delivery.
And
Connects well with the bat again.
The fielder's getting on it and that's out. And that's out. 2 sixes and out.
What an
And
eventful.
that's 7 wickets down now. The
Tries to play across the line.
tries to play across the line and hits it straight to that fielder
at long
on the
on.
boundary. And now the 8 is 3 for 7. And that's out. That's another wicket. Kolkata Tigers now losing their way. 83 for the loss of 8 wickets now. That was a nothing shot really. Played across the line, didn't judge the line of the ball, and inside edge and hits that wicket.
Eight wickets down.
Kolkata Tigers a little too late for them to pursue this total, but we never know.
Yeah, that was a nothing shot.
And these are the most recent wickets. That was Kide and well caught, and this one was the LBW, and that was the hat trick for that. This is the hat trick for Zuhair, and brilliant hat trick.
Proud moment for the Lahore Lawyers. Their pacers and their spinners really have done everything correct here. Coming back from a sub-par score, a par score I should say, to really rout the Kolkata Tigers for 83. 2 wickets needed.
Wickets needed for the Lahore Lawyers to win this game, to wrap it up.
Yeah, they'll be looking to get their affairs finished with.
He's darting that ball in, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's varying his pace for every delivery, and sometimes he's darting it in, and sometimes he's flighting it nicely.
Yeah.
He's bowling according to his field. That's the most important thing.
Definitely, and he's also setting up
And
the
look, that
batsman
one was
there.
flighted and at a much slower pace.
He's setting up the
Spinner is always an asset for any team. Left arm fast bowler, left arm spinner. He's always an asset. Oh, that one almost crashed into those stumps.
Yeah, that's played late there. That's gutsy. Playing outside the leg stump. The batsman doing the right thing here. Beaten down the track. Yeah, flighted. Takes the
Swing
pace.
and a miss, almost got the edge there.
End of the 16th over. Kolkata Tigers in trouble here. 83 for 8. Yeah, that's glanced down the leg. Yeah, running for 2 here. They're doing the right thing, but I feel like it might be too little, too late. That's called a wide as well. Vinay, I think victory is in the cards for the Lahore Lawyers here. Can you give us an overview of what went wrong for the Kolkata Tigers here?
I think that they, from a batting perspective, the shot selections were wrong, and they went about this all wrong. They attacked the wrong balls, and the running hasn't been up to standard, has it now?
It really hasn't been. Yeah, I think they were rattled a bit, hence their poor shot selection.
Rattled, I don't know, but for some reason the shot selection has been terrible.
Yeah, I think it's because they were never able to capitalize, and to be fair,
And that's running down to the boundary, edged, and nope, that's cut off by the third man fielder.
yeah, good feeling there.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if I was that field, I'd be thinking twice about going all the way, maybe conceding that boundary. But this is what Lahore Lawyers has done right. They've all three divisions, especially the bowlers and the fielders, have been doing everything right. They've never let go of that pressure that's taken in the deep.
Look at that fielder. That's good feeling. He went from long off to the long covers boundary, and
Yeah, if I was a batsman here, I would be demoralized. They're not
Oh,
overly
that swept off his pads, and
yeah, halts its progress down the outfield.
it's 2 runs added to the Kolkata Tigers total.
If I was a batsman here, I'd be slightly demoralized here. Fielders posted in the deep. They're not very concerned about the singles and the twos.
And there it is. That's the 9th wicket for the Lahore Lawyers. Now just 1 wicket away from victory.
Yeah, beats the bottom edge, and it stumps. Yeah, Fazil looking to finish the job here. Shakib Ahmed
gone for 4 of just 6 deliveries. That's 95 for 9. Her lawyers just needing. Oh, seems like.
Yeah, sounds like the game is over.
Sam, the game is over.
Yeah, I think
that's the end of this game. 95 all out.
I think the Kolkata Tigers might have possibly conceded the game with just 1 wicket to go.
Maybe.
Logical, I would say.
Logical, but this is cricket and this is sport. You should never, in my humble opinion, I don't think you should ever give up. And it's not, unless you're injured or something like that, conceding a game is never an option.
Fair enough.
In my opinion.
As well, might as well have been. This has been Lahore Lawyers versus the Kolkata Tigers. Kolkata Tigers failing to post an imposing score. Nazir Ali, the wicketkeeper opener, putting on a stand with Akash Ganguly. Getting dismissed for 2 of 7. Akash Ganguly posting 33 of 29. Shibasis Barme failing to score substantial runs. C.A. Dresvi getting to 19. Mohan Sahu scoring 7. And Nadeem Khan and Jitendra Tripathi going for ducks each. I think that might have been the hat-trick there. Amar Shastri caught by Sukran Chopra, bowled by Mohammad Fazil. Ashutosh Tewar, the only man at the crease, not out. Shakib Ahmed, bowled by Zohaib Hassan. And the Lahore Lawyers, their bowling has been really impressive. Safdar Ali conceding only 13 runs throughout his 3-over spell, taking a scalp. Hamza Sheikh taking no wickets but being extremely economical, slightly expensive there. Umar Goyaraya posting his full 4 overs, taking 2 wickets. And Zohaib Hassan easily the pick of the bowlers, bowling only 3 overs, conceding 20 runs and taking 4 wickets. Mohammad Fazil, impressive as well, taking 2 wickets. And Usman Chima being extremely economical, conceding only 1 run in his solitary over bowled. Really good performance from Lahore here. Something they should be really impressed about. And these are the highlights of the encounter. Early in the morning, the Lahore Lawyers posted 150, but then yeah, the Lahore Lawyers were really impressive with their bowling. They were tight, they have occasional boundaries here and there, but overall they were really good with their lines and lengths, paces and spinners working in tandem. Yeah, earlier the Lahore Lawyers took their time a little bit to find the length. Yeah, that was the first dismissal, skied. A few of the
Not
shots.
gonna lie, there was some good stroke play from the batsmen, but they failed to capitalize on those good starts.
Definitely, which is why I think they should be disappointed with this result, because the Kolkata team are good.
This was the hat-trick.
They missed a trick there to capitalize on the strong start. They routed the Lahore team for 150, which is about par, I would say, for this field. It's just that the Lahore Lawyers were too good with their bowling. Zohair with the hat-trick, thing of beauty there. Definitely moments of brilliance from the batting attack from Kolkata, but not enough to take them over the line.
Definitely.
Yeah, these are the final few wickets. Really tame dismissals.
Tame dismissals is the word to go, but
yeah, they should be disappointed here. But as for the Lahore Lawyers,
the last wicket.
I wouldn't say this was a victory as much as a surgical dismantling of the Kolkata Tigers. Lahore Lawyers being extremely good.
Here's the match summary of this match. Lahore Lawyers 151 for 8 in their 20 overs. Kashif Sohail, Mohammad Fazil and Mohammad Waqas being the pick of the batsmen here. And Kolkata Tigers 95 for 9. Akash Ganguly being just scoring a 30 plus score, 33. And for the bowlers, Zohaib Hassan picking up 4 wickets and picking up a hat-trick. Umar Goraya, Umar Goraya and Mohammad Fazil 2 wickets each. And in the first inning, Jitendra Tripathi, Shakib Ahmed, Shibasis Barmi being the pick of the bowlers. With Jitendra Tripathi leading the wickets tally by 3 wickets, by taking 3 wickets.
And then the Kolkata Tigers came out to bat. Well, these are the upcoming matches. Mumbai versus Colombo Titans. The Mumbai Mavericks taking on the team from Colombo at 2:30. Yeah, at this ground. And the Bangalore Tuskers going up against the Dhaka Councils. India versus Bangladesh at 2:30 at the Coles Cricket Ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be meeting you soon.